So this picture of Nietzsche here with the two colleagues is one of those misunderstood pictures. It appears in a lot of books and they usually get it wrong. So just to give the background, the picture was taken in 1871. Now, at that time, Nietzsche was teaching at Basel University, but he took a short break in October at the time of his birthday, which was the 15th of October. And he travelled up to Leipzig, where he had been at university previously, to meet two friends, to meet Karl von Gersdorff, who he'd known since his Forster days, and Gersdorff did remain a friend for most of Nietzsche's life, and also Erwin Roeder, who Nietzsche knew from Leipzig University. I think their friendship did cool a bit later. But at this time, while he was still teaching at Basel, he travelled to Leipzig, as I say, and met Roeder and Gersdorff. So these are the two chaps with Nietzsche in this, shall we say, iconic photo. Now, this otherwise good book I have here, The Good European, makes a terrible mistake. It captions this photo as being in the 1860s, not 1871. Simply, I presume, because it's taken at Leipzig and Nietzsche was at Leipzig University in the late 1860s. So they get that completely wrong. And in an essay on Nietzsche by Miles Williams Mathis, an essay where he tries to prove that Nietzsche was Jewish, Mathis has all kinds of trouble with this photo. So he has a distorted version of it anyway, and he claims it's cut and paste, and Nietzsche couldn't have been there in Leipzig because he was in Basel University teaching. Well, if Miles Mathis and the authors of The Good European and all the rest of the post-war Nietzscheans had read Elisabeth Nietzsche, the sister of Friedrich, they would know exactly what this photo was about. And most importantly, that this photo, like the photo with the army uniform and the sword, it was a joke photo. Mathis says that Nietzsche has googly eyes. Well, Nietzsche is deliberately googling his eyes in the photo. It's a comedy photo. It's kind of a Marx Brothers type of photo. And if we read Elisabeth Nietzsche's biography of her brother, reading from the horse's mouth, as I always say, this is indispensable for anyone who's interested in Nietzsche. She describes the scene quite well. In October 1871, my brother had two exceedingly pleasant meetings with Roeder and Gersdorff, first in Leipzig and then in Naumburg. And a very comical photograph taken in a booth at the Leipzig Fair has immortalized those happy days. On my brother's birthday, the 15th of October, the two friends came to Naumburg with all kinds of presents, both comic and serious. So it was actually taken not at Leipzig University, as some have claimed, but at Leipzig Fair in a photo booth. And of course, in that period, most of these photos of Nietzsche that we have, the one with the military uniform, this one with the two friends, and of course the very famous one with Lou von Salome and Paul Ray in the cart with the whip, which is obviously a joke photo. But all of these photos were joke photos. People, well-to-do people in the 19th century, went to these photo booth setups and had joke photos taken. So this photo, which is not very flattering of Nietzsche, of course, is not meant to be. It's a joke. He's sending himself up. And it does remind us that he actually had a tremendous sense of humor and didn't take himself half as seriously as others take him.